Okay, so hello everyone and also good morning. How are you today so far? Very good, right? I am also fine and hope everyone has very fun or got fun days together, right? Okay, so everyone, today that's going to be the lessons that we are going to continue our lessons. According to yesterday, it is likely a review lessons or a lesson that you have learned so far, but just practice what you are learning so far, right? So today we are going to start our new lessons that we are going to start in our new unit. Talking about unit 12. I want to become a singer. Okay. So in this grammar A1, I would like you to open your grammar classes 3 books on page 54 altogether. That the page 54 will focusing about unit 12. I want to become a singer, right? Okay. So everyone, are you ready to be on page 54? Very good job, right? So after you are ready on page 54 right now, let's move your attention to me altogether and also see the book. After that, we are going to move to explain, okay, listening to my explanations about what is going to be learned today, okay? Right, so today we are going to learn infinitives as objects. So everyone, what does it mean it is talking about infinitive as objects? Sure. So this case it is focusing about the infinitive that it is extended after the other simple verbs in order to use it as after the verb, and it is an object after verb, right? So that's why they call this one is infinitive as the objects, right? So to be clear, everyone, let's look at the board together, and also you can read in the book as well. It will show you about this lesson, okay? So an infinitive is the word to plus verb. So when you see every verb that it is standing after to, we call all of those words it is the infinitive, right? However, they say an infinitive can act like a noun. Some verbs often have infinitives as objects. So in here, sometimes it is acting as a noun and may function as two functions, right? It can be function as a verb and it can be function as a noun. However, they said that some verbs often have the infinitives as objects. So in here, infinitives as object here is likely in the form of present simple. So you can say subject plus verb plus object, right? So let's look at to the form, or let's look at to the way or how do we create the sentence or make the sentence that relative infinitive function as the objects, right? Okay, like she agreed to help us. So she here, you are calling it as a subject, agree it is a verb, and to help us it is infinitive as the objects. So that's why, as I told you in the previous time or in the first time, but right now I'm going to tell you again that we know this one is infinitives as the objects because of what? Because it stands after to, and then it stands after the verbs, okay? Next to the subject. So when you see the verb to plus verb here standing after another verbs in the front or has another verb in the front, we call that one as infinitives as objects. Okay, so it is not difficult for you to remember. You just remember that every verb that's standing after to, we call that word, sometimes we can call it infinitives as objects, right? So it is not really difficult for you to understand or really difficult for you to recognize about that one. Okay, so again and again, I would like to review or tell you again about this one. We can say that this one is infinitives as objects because it is the verb that stands after to and after another verb. So that's why we call this one is that infinitives as objects. Okay. So here is following the form that is going to be listed on the board to all of you. Okay, so I hope that you will have any question if you are misunderstanding. So any questions that you ask will be response will replying to all of you later on, right after the teachers or me see your message. Okay, right. So right now, in order that we are going to move on to practice in order to check your understanding. How do you understand that it is infinitive as objects? Okay, right. So let's move your book all together. That you are going to move to section A. So section A, I just write in short, right? So write the main verbs and infinitives as objects. So in here, because of what? Because of I could not write the full, I mean that all this one according to the main purpose of the text or of the instruction. They just want you to find only two ways, right? The first one, you are going to find the main verbs. The second one, you are going to find the infinitives as objects, okay? Right, so right now let's move to our works that the first exercise, the examples are learning it is called the main verbs, and to write it is infinitive as objects, right? Okay, so number 2, Holly and I agreed to meet on Sunday. What is it, everyone? Very good job, right? So number 2, the word that is going to be correct is agreed. Okay, and one more verb that is infinitive as object is the verb is right, to meet. Okay, so in here, as I told you, it is easy. You just find the verb, the main verbs, and then you just find the verb that stands after 2. It will be finished. So the verb standing after 2, we call this one infinitive as object. The verb that stands after subject, we call this one is the main verbs. Okay, right. So in here, number 3, they are hoping to go to the mountains. What is the one? Very good, right? So our main verb is are hoping. Okay, how about our infinitive? Which one is it, one? Very good job, right? So it is to go. Okay, and then let's move to number 4. Do you plan to go swimming? Which one is it, one? Great, right? Go or plan, it is a main verb, and then to go, it is an infinitive. Okay, infinitive as objects. Okay, number 5, we need to check our answers. So which one is it, one? Correct, right? Number 5, need is the main verb. How about the infinitive as object, everyone? Good, to check. Okay, to check. And after number 5, it is going to move on with number 6, everyone. So number 6, they said that I want to meet the pop star. What is it? Very good, right? Want, it is a main verb, and then the infinitive is to meet. Okay, and the last one, please remember to bring your keys. Right, number 7, the first one is remember, right? And after that, the infinitive as object is right to bring. Okay, to bring your keys. Okay, so here is the way that we are going to identify which one is the main verb and which one is infinitive as objects. Okay, right. So right now, one more section that we are going to check today is section B, that march to complete the sentences. So in here, you are going to see so far the sentences that we have 6 sentences and also the 6 letters as well, or 6 words that we are going to link this one in order to make this correct sentence. Okay, right. So number 1 is already given you with the example. Okay, do you, letter D is the correct answer. Okay, so right now let's move to number 2, A1. So number 2, what do you think that it is going to be? It began. What letter is it, A1? Very good, right? So number 2 is letter F. Okay, it began to rain last night. And then number 3, Ken was trying what I want. Very good, right? Ken was trying to score. Okay, so letter A is the correct answer. Okay, and then number 4, the dog had to what I want. Very good, right? Had to take a bath. Okay, to take bath. And number 5, we love to visit our grandparents. And then the last one is number 6. What letter is it? A1, number 6. Very good job, right? Number 6 is letter C. Okay, that is going to give you the answer. So in here, it means that you can match it according to the meaning or according to the instruction, or make it into the full sentences by connecting the main verb with the infinitive as objects. Okay, right. So to review or to remind all of you again, I would like to say again to you, right? So when you call this one as infinitive as objects, it is a must infinitive stand after main verbs. So where does the main verb stand? The main verbs stand after subject. Okay. So this is the way that we recognize about main verbs and we recognize infinitive as objects. Right. Okay, so everyone, today I would like you to have a short break time, and right now everyone, please enjoy your break time and see you in the second session.